if you know R, the ITL process, you know that what exactly you say. For example, you don't know the ITSM, right? If you know the ITSM, that is well and good. That is a base of this. But if you say, for example, you are in an infra, right? You are from the infrastructure side, or from networking side, or from database side, but you are using these tools, ITSM incident problem. Obviously, each and every company uses. It doesn't matter whether it is ServiceNow or some other tool. But now the popular one is the ServiceNow only. It has captured all the entire ITSM market, right? So most of the people uses ServiceNow only. So the prerequisite is either ITSM or ITL process. You should know the what is the incident problem change. Just knowing, okay. I'm not saying that you should be familiar or very much expert in that, because ITOM ultimately you will start from the ITSM itself.
Yeah, got it.
The
Thank
base
you.
is the ITSM. Okay. Any other questions?
I have a question. Helps us. That is first question.
Uh-huh.
Second question is how a company want need an item. Let's say I have a ITSM platform.
Mm-hmm.
So why I need to go for item? So what kind of requirements I have in order to adapt to the item? So can you please help to make it understand?
Yes,
Maybe with an example, please.
sure, sure, definitely. So, sir, just if my answer could be little, in detail, okay, please forgive me for that. So if we go back to the early 2000 or 98, 99, when this ITSM tools started coming into the market, initially they were using only this incident problem change. I remember it very well. There was a one company, Remedy 6 was their platform, okay. They were using only incident problem and change. There was no concept of a CMDB or ITOM. So in case if you are using only ITSM, ITSM will provide the kind of functionality where you can just raise the incident, right? You can just raise the incident and the record of that incident will be there. Okay, but what and how? Once you will just raise an incident, some resolver group will resolve your issue and gone. Okay, it will be there in the record. But for say for example, there is a RAM problem, some CPU problem, keyboard is not working. It is a very small perspective. But when we talk about the ITOM, it it joins with a big picture. Like say for example, in an organization you have a very mission critical application, say for example some aviation related or some financial related application. Say for example some banking software is running on particular server, right? Or any air traffic controller application. I have worked in my previous organization where we had to migrate one of the air traffic control server, okay, from one environment to another environment. Now they were not even giving a kind of a 10 minutes or 15 minutes of also a downtime. They said no, we cannot afford it, because of this we will be losing so much of millions of dollar amount. Okay, so we cannot just ask our users, or we cannot afford it to go down. So what we have to do, we provided the solution. We migrated it online completely in the background. Nowadays in the market we have the tools where you will migrate those applications or server directly from one environment to another without impacting it to the end user. That is a different picture, but I'm talking about the item. Now say for example, there is a very critical application which is running on that particular server. If we have only ITSM, they will just raise the incident, and that very small level of issue it will resolve. But if say for example the application which is running on that server, that application is because of some issue, that application is down. Now if that particular application is down, that is okay, fine, some users will raise an incident for that. But how that application is going to impact the other related applications or other servers? Now if the web server is down, how it is impacting to the application server, database server, load balancer, all other related impacted things? That information we will not get if we do not have ITOM or the CMDB. Okay, CMDB is just one part. ITOM is a ecosystem. CMDB is the first part. After the discovery is the second part. Event management is the third part. Like that. These are all interrelated component of ITOM. So if we will not know what exactly happened and how that application is impacting to other application. We cannot assess it and we cannot take the preventive action. So if we have an item, we can take a preventive action by resolving, even though if we can avoid that particular issue as quickly as possible, we can just avoid the situation where it might impact other applications, and we can take a preventive actions before it happens to other uh, related or impacted things. I hope I was able to explain it, but still if you have any question, you tell me.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
So it means like if I understood, we will be managing the database that is like CMDB database,
yeah,
and also we can have the monitoring kind of process where if something is go down or something, we will get immediately the response, and also we have the associations between server and load balancer or application server something and all
correct.
because
Relationship,
this.
there are direct relationships. Yes, you are right, sir.
Okay, so this is mainly talking about the relationship of data with respect to CMDB and monitoring and alerting part.
Yes, so that is why we call it as an ecosystem. So say for example, some organizations they says, okay, we will implement only the CMDB and not the event management or the monitoring tool. Then it will be limited to the CMDB. They will be able to find out the issues related to their infrastructure related to the CI. But the service will not you will not know if any, say for example, consider your laptop is a one Windows server, on that some financial application is running. If you will implement the CMDB, you will find out only that okay, server is down, but you will never know that what application was running on this and what is the situation, what is the position of that application. But if you will implement the ITOM, that is discovery, event management and service mapping, we will know that okay, not only that CI is impacted, but there are impacted services which were running on that server, and related to those services, what are the other related services. It will give the whole picture, in front of us using a dependency view. If you go to that application, the dependency view, it will show us.
Okay, sir. I understood. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
no, thank you, sir. So any other questions, guys?
With it, I don't know I should ask this or not. Does domain separation comes under this?
Domain separation, if you know, the domain separation is nothing but a different domains, right, under a
Yes,
one
yes.
instance, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
it has nothing to do with that. If you'll
Okay.
implement, you will implement it for that particular domain or any other deployment. It just segregates itself. It is an internal part of service now. You don't have to do anything
But
separately.
we can use domain separation for respective ITSM, ITOM, anything, right?
See, the domain separation is a different concept itself, sir.
Okay, okay.
Okay, if you want, I can brief you about that.
No, no, I just wanted to ask. I
No.
have some idea about it.
Okay, okay.
So I just wanted, does it come under any like module? I just wanted to confirm.
No, the domain separation is like as you will be having idea about that, and the people who doesn't know, for their benefit, I would like to share something. The domain, sir, please feel free to add if I'm missing something.
Sure, sure.
Sridhar sir.
Yeah, please. You please take it, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. So the domain separation is like most of the people, what they do, they will have a different organizations, right, within their business unit, you can call it, like finance is there, right? IT department is there, some accounting department is there. So if you want that, okay, within a single instance only, I want to implement that the account department people should not be able to see that particular data to each other like that. The hierarchy is there, okay, top down, and different modules are there. Different modules, in the sense domain separation is nothing but you will have the single instance itself, but you will have the data for all your different units it, in the sense you can define it as account, HR, whatever it is, segregate it within a single instance. You can have a multiple data for the multiple organizations. This is what the domain separation is, but it has nothing to do with the item. You can implement it for all that. It will not stop you, or it will not ask you to do any specific kind of implementation. If you have enabled the domain separated instance, it will work.
Okay. Thanks,
Yeah,
thanks for it. I
no,
just wanted.
yeah. And no question is kind of don't feel that okay, whether shall I ask this question or not. Okay, maybe there are certain things which I may not be knowing. Obviously, it's not like that we will be knowing each and everything. If you can share, I maybe it will increase my knowledge itself. Okay, so don't feel like that. If I don't know, I will say I don't know. But I would like to answer your questions as much as possible. Okay, as many as possible.
And do you will
Uh,
also provide the interview questions also, right? For once the course is done with it.
See, the kind of course we will have, it will be kind of complete practical one. But with that, whatever the possible questions they ask, I will tell you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And we are going to see where we are going to perform it like the way in which it happens in the real time. Okay. So we will do it here only in our laptop. We will just consider as a data center, and we will connect with that. We will create the credential. We will create the discovery schedule, and then for event management also using the postman, we will insert the data into this and we will see how exactly the event management works. Okay. So if you have any questions about this course content or what exactly event management is, what is the discovery, what are the phases, you please feel free. Okay. Don't think that, okay, whether shall I ask this or not. Okay. So let me just brief you about this. Okay. In the first session, we will discuss about the CMDB class manager, parent-child table relationship, and mid server. We will install the mid server, and I have not mentioned it here, but we will install it here in this class itself. Okay. So whoever is facing any issues, we will just have the screen sharing session, and we will install that mid server. And in the session two, we will just import the data. There are different ways to get if to get the data into CMDB. Okay, whether it is a manually or creating a manual CIs or via integration, SOAP or any third-party tool, all these things. Okay, so this is one of the way how to get the data. And after that, on the session three, we will discuss about the discovery. What is discovery credential, discovery schedule, and we will run the discovery. In fourth session, we will discuss about what are the different phases of the discovery. Okay, and we will discuss about identification, reconciliation, query builder, and CMDB dashboard. All these things will be included. And this is the event management. When we implement our any monitoring tools, we just integrate with the data comes to our event management module. Okay. So event, what exactly the event rules are there? What are the alert rules are there? All these things we will discuss. And in the service mapping, if anyone has any question, do you know what exactly the service mapping is? And what is the difference between horizontal and top-down discovery? If you have any questions, please ask. I would be happy to explain you. Okay. Anyone?
Hello.
Yeah.
Vidiji, this is Mahesh.
Yeah. Huh.
So actually, you know the difference between CMDB and ITOM. Like, see, I know that CMDB is a subset of ITOM, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just when I used to search for the jobs, right? Like, in the job descriptions will be like CMDB developer,
Mm-hmm.
and coming to the ITOM developer also. Like, a main difference between CMDB and ITOM.
Okay, okay. See, the ITOM is what Information Technology Operations Management, right? That is a full form, isn't it?
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
what are the things comes under the IT Operations Management? So, say for example, when we are building one new car, say for example, we are working on the development of a new car, what are the things required for that? First is the engine, right? We need engine
Yeah.
also, we need wheels also, four wheels, right? And after that, inside what we need to do, what kind of interior we have, all these things are a combination. So CMDB is a configuration management database which contains the attributes and fields of the tables. Here we do not call it as a table. Here in the CMDB we call it as a classes. So it has the structure. Okay. So which holds the data where because what is a CMDB? CMDB is a configuration management database, right? So whatever the
Yeah.
data is there in your infra, you will get this data into your CMDB tables. Now how you will get it? You can get it via creating a import set, and that import set could be your Excel file, XML, CSV, it could be anything. Other way is by creating a manual CIs. After that, by integration, soap or rest, whatever. And the other thing is by via using a automated discovery tool. So you don't have to do anything. A discovery tool will discover those CIs and it will insert into your CMDB. This part is done, right? This is what it is, the
Yeah.
CMDB. But once you have the data, you will need to do the discovery, right? Why you need to discovery? Say for example, you have 10,000 or 20,000 CIs in your infrastructure. Okay, you just run the discovery, you just have, inserted the data once, but what happened to the data next moment, or tomorrow, or after 1 hour once you inserted that? For that we need a discovery schedules. Okay, so time to time we will be just getting that updated information of that particular CI, that how much RAM is there, CPU is there, what is the status, whether it is in operational or non-operational, or what exactly happened, whether it is down or what is this, right? All these things we need to get that, and we need to update this information into our ServiceNow CMDB classes. So that we will have the latest data, and based on that only we can take a decision that what is happened. Say for example, we have any issue, right? Incident has been raised by for that particular CI. Now we don't know what is the status of that CI, right? So how exactly, who is the owner of that CI, to whom we should contact, who is the support group for the that particular server, and how that CI or the server is connected to the other servers, applications. What are the things, impacted things, if something has happened to that server, how it is going to impact the other related services. All these things, if we want to know, we need to first implement the CMDB. Top of that, we need to have our updated discovery. Top of that,
Everything
we
is
need to
interlinked,
have,
right?
sorry.
Yeah, everything is interlinked, right?
Yes. So, and
Mhm.
other than that, we need to have this event management, all these things, which provides the, every second or every 30 seconds data also. Say, for example, some CPU is high, RAM is high for that particular CI. It will give us the information. The data will come into the CMDB, and we can take the action based on that. Okay.
हाँ जी.
Is it clear, or do you have any other question, Mahesh?
हाँ जी, clear था. So
No.
actually, I have one more question. Like when I am inquiring about the item model, like in the market, right? So-called gurus, they says that minimum 45 to 50 hours is something which is needed, and some say that the item is something which cannot be taught like in real time. So like,
No.
but coming to your like agenda, we're going to have like 10 more sessions, right? 10
10
plus
sessions. Correct.
sessions.
Correct. Yeah.
So with it, do you think like this is the enough? This 10 plus sessions is enough to clear all the components of item?
Yeah, see, if you talk in that way, even for the CMDB itself, even the person who has developed this, he cannot say that how many total tables are there into CMDB, because it's a very huge thing, right? You
Yeah.
can have, when we talk about the CMDB, I'm not talking about the ITOM, just the CMDB is one part, right? So
Yeah.
for a person, not even 6 months or 1 year, that is not even enough. But in order to work, in order to do your day-to-day job, this is all the process. Okay, you will know about the Microsoft or SQL, right? Or SQL Server. You may not be knowing about the Linux or some other operating system. We have in our infrastructure all these things. One infrastructure can have your Microsoft technology, it can have your Sun or Java technology, it can have your mainframes, it can have your anything, Tomcat, all these things, so many things. So do you think that one person can be master or can learn everything in a just even in 6 months?
Yeah,
No, it is
yeah.
not possible.
Got it.
Okay,
Yes, that's right.
so
Yeah.
whatever you can do, by which you can do your day to day job, all these things are the
Okay.
learning process, right? Even after spending this 20 years also, I cannot say
Mhm.
that okay, for whatever my core technology is, whether ServiceNow, BMC Remedy, I started working on FoxPro and DBase and MFox Plus. I'm talking about 98 and 99. Even though I cannot say that
Mhm.
I know each and everything about that. After that, I moved to the VB.NET, then mainframe, and all these things. Even the person who is working on service now from 2008 or 9, they also cannot
Yep.
say that they knows each and everything about
Mhm.
service now. So no one can say that.
Okay.
But
There is no end.
yeah, there is no end. But at least whatever it is required in an organization to work independently, that much you can do it. And so
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is the
exactly. That's
beauty.
what my question. Like, once completing the course, right? One should be like, they should be easily applying for the jobs and clearing the interviews as well.
No, not only that. Clearing interview is a
Yeah,
secondary. First, you should have a confidence. Whatever we will be doing it here, you should perform all these things in your laptop. Then only you
yeah,
will get the
exactly.
confidence. Once you have the confidence,
Yeah,
nobody can stop
yeah,
you.
Anji.
Yeah, it is like that. Anyone
Yeah,
else?
thank you.
And with it, just can I know about your profile? Like you are a architect or
Yeah, I am an architect.
okay?
Uh, Before that, I was a senior consultant. Okay.
Hmm.
And before that, I was a consultant. I was an analyst. I was a system analyst. I started, in the corporate life, I was started in 2007. Before that, those were the small companies. They don't exist even also. So this is, I started as a programmer, that was our initial days. Now I'm architect.
20 years isn't funny.
20. Yeah, but this is how it is. Hmm.
Yeah, with it in Discovery, do we need to install mid server in all the CIs in order to discover the CIs?
Not
Or
CI, sir. Okay, this mid server you need to install in a your client place, okay, in your client environment. Just for testing and all these things, we will be doing it in our individual laptops. But usually you need to install it in your client network, not for each and every CI. There will be a number of mid server depending on your number of CI. Say for example, you have 20,000 CI. So service now recommends for 10,000 CIs you should have one mid server, but that is not the best practice. You should have one mid server for at least 5,000 CIs. So based on that you will calculate, and you will need to install.
okay.
Mm. Uh, Guys, Atish, who else? Ankit, Mahesh is asking. Who else is there? Guys, feel free to ask questions, okay? Shreyash, Mrida or Shreyashi? What shall I call? Uh,
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, can we learn item in this course? How AI will be work in the item?
How AI will work in ITOM?
Yeah,
AI
can you
is
teach us?
no, right now we have not done any kind of predictive intelligence or any integration with that. But you can going forward, it will be used here in service now in your
Yeah, recently I have attended one session of in item
hmm.
how AI will work.
Okay, okay, okay.
Mhm.
So it can just utilize your existing data. Based on that, it will take a decision. All these things it can be done. But right now, what the AI is doing, they are just using it only for creating the catalog item, that to be with a limited scope. Going forward, they will be using it.
Yeah, but in scenario version, maximum yeah, in item maximum they will use AI tools only. I have seen somewhere.
Okay, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Any other questions, guys? Please feel free to ask the question. Okay, you can ask any question related to your CMDB, your discovery, scanning, classification, identification, discovery phases, identification, reconciliation, query builder, dashboard, and service mapping. Okay, these are the things we will be covering. Okay, so if you have any question, let me know.
Smrit, you have to like there are two types of discovery, right? Horizontal and
Top down.
like down, right?
Hmm.
What is the main difference between this?
Yeah, the horizontal discover will discover only the CIs, okay, the servers and assets. And top down will discover, it will use your horizontal discovery in the background, but in the top down discovery, it will discover the mapped services when you will use your service mapping. So without implementing the service mapping, you will not know or you cannot use the top-down discovery.
Okay.
Okay, like say for example, I was giving you the example, right? In your infrastructure, you have 10,000, 20,000 CIs. Okay, so if you use the only horizontal discovery, you will not implement the service mapping. Then what will happen? You will get only the information about the CIs, those servers, status of that. Okay, status in sense whatever the processes are running, but you will not never know that what applications, custom applications are running on that using your horizontal discovery.
Okay. And with it, once we are done with this course, like we can show at least 1.5 to 2 years of experience working on ITOM.
Minimum you can show 1 year, because once you will do it, you will get the confidence. Okay, how to do the discovery, how to troubleshoot that, what are the, first of all, in order to start the item, you should know what exactly the discovery is, what the CMDB is, what is the base class, right? What is the parent class, what is the child class, identify. Usually in the interview question they will ask mainly, one topic will be on the mid server, second will be on discovery, and the rest will be whatever you are doing on your project. Okay,
Okay.
and ITOM, it has become kind of now it is in demand. This is what I can say.
Yeah, because last week I attended one interview.
Huh.
So they were asking particularly about discovery and mid server.
Yeah.
So that is the reason I just wanted to confirm, because in my resume I mentioned them that I have like 2.5 years experience.
Uh-huh. No,
So
at
yeah.
least 1 year, one project, you can show it if your understanding is clear. Whatever we will be, that is why I always emphasize on the people who joins that whatever we are doing it here, at least do that so that you will be able to answer the question what they ask in the interview, right? Your day-to-day job will be not exactly, you will, if you are lucky enough, then only you will be able to get the uh, work from the beginning. Okay, otherwise most of the time it will be already implemented, you will be working on your, but your day-to-day work only. But in order to do that also, you should know on which table I have to go or where I need to find the log. If say for example some issue has come that okay, for this particular CIs we are not getting the information, can you troubleshoot and let us know what exactly the issue is? So if you don't know to which table, where I should go, where shall I go, to the log files or I should go to some other place, and in which table I should search it, right? So if once you will complete that, you then only you will be able to find it.
So can I say that we'll be, strong with the basics?
Sorry, come again.
Yeah, with it. So with the course content, like with your course content after completion, can I say that one can be well versed with the basics, like I mean, strong basics in ITOM module?
Yeah, yeah, that you can say.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm. And it is not like that whatever we will be covering that you will be working on all the modules. Maybe you will be working on discovery part, right? Or you will be working on event management. It will be
Yeah,
useful for all, right?
that was my next question. Like,
Yeah.
do we get to work on all the components
It is
altogether?
good, lucky man. If you are lucky enough, you will get a chance to work from the beginning itself, and that will be very good. That you are just joining a call to the gathering a requirement, for implement itself. Say for example, you are hired, and most of the
Mhm.
now I'm getting the kind of requirement from the people that sir, this I'm going to on site for this item, can you just let me know this, but it is not like then a one day we can just explain each and everything, right? There are so many people, and
Yeah.
for some people I'm just helping them, so they
Mhm.
will just say sir, and most of the requirements are, I don't know why, but suddenly these are coming from the Saudi Arabia. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, so especially for this item.
I think ITOM module has large scope, like
Yeah.
nothing less than version.
Yeah, but the people are very less. That is the reason, that is the reason. And it's a kind of you don't have to write the JavaScript or anything. Yeah, right. It's mostly it is a configuration. Okay, you need to just configure your credentials, your schedules. Okay, you need to go and create the import set. You need to check into that already existing import set. This kind of thing.
So it's a zero code with it.
Yes, you can say it's a zero code in the sense. Mostly you will be doing your configuration itself, right?
Mhm.
It in
Because
a simple.
generally for discovery event service mapping, I think we don't need any scripting,
No,
right?
no,
We
it
just
is
need
not
to
required.
configure.
Yeah,
We should know where we have to configure the items. That's it.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
Wholesome, including all the components.
Yeah, actually, what happens, it is in a simple word, if I can say that whatever your infrastructure in a very simple way, I'm telling you, okay, we will be doing it here. But like, say for example, you have your infrastructure, whether it is your physical data center or your cloud, right? You have nowadays cloud is very popular, right? Most of the people will have their servers, their infrastructure into the cloud, correct? So whether it is a physical data center or your virtual data center, the ultimate goal is to get the data from that cloud or physical data center to your CMDB service now, right? Once you have that data, all the issues, everything, whatever troubleshooting you have to do it there. Simple as that. Any other
Hi,
questions?
Vidit.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, just same regarding the question that JavaScript.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm new to service now.
Hmm.
I'm in learning phase and going through the scripting part.
Hmm.
So, is it okay to continue this course, or should I wait to complete my scripting part and then continue
As I said,
this
a
item?
script, you are not going to write any script over here. It is mostly the configuration. So you can continue with that. It will not going to hamper your scripting learning.
Okay, that's good.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you.
But if you know, it is like, if I'm from Windows background, but if I know some of the Linux command, say for example ns lookup and ping and uh, other things, right? Trace route and all these things, these are the beneficial for me, right? Even though I don't have to work on Linux, right? Isn't it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it is like that.
Hello. Vidiji,
Hmm.
so if I have to ask, like, which component of this ITOM model has lot of, demand, like CMDB, discovery service mapping, particularly?
See, the entire ITOM module is in demand, okay? But
Mm-hmm.
basic things, at least, they will implement the CMDB. If not even the
Okay.
CMDB and Discovery, 99% companies will implement.
CMDB.
Yeah. Even though the people, they don't have any infrastructure also, and they are supporting to their client, even they will be having the knowledge of CMDB and Discovery. Maybe they will be using some other thing. Someone say that, okay, no, our client is not paying for that and we are not going to implement any monitoring tool. We will be using our inbound email action itself, right, for creating the event. So they even they will use the event management, that is ITOM only, but they may not use the monitoring tool.
Hanji.
Mhm. Anyone is already working on Discovery from this group?
No.
No.
No, no.
Okay, ITSM, someone is working.
No,
I
I.
myself,
Yeah,
ITSM.
I'm
Hi,
working on
Vidit.
ITC.
I myself working as a senior developer in ITSM module.
Okay, Mukesh, huh?
Yes.
And Fahim, you are also working on ITSM.
No, no. Actually, I am try. I learned ServiceNow like 4 to 5 months back.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying for interviews. Like I used to work with Amazon before. I
Amazon?
left. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I left Amazon in like August ending.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned ServiceNow. So like I showed that I have around 4 years experience in ServiceNow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm attending interview, but don't know, like I'm not able to crack them. I was able to crack couple of them,
Mm-hmm.
but the pay was not so good. So that is the reason I
No,
did not.
let me tell you very frankly, okay, even 3, 4 years of experience, people are getting more than 40 and 45. It is not like all, it depends. Okay,
Yeah,
what is their existing CTC based on that. If say for
yeah.
example someone is getting only the 6 or 7 lakh, so even he will get 100%, but it doesn't apply to everyone. For someone who is already working on 35 lakh, he will not get 100%, right? But the people are getting very nice high packages into this. ServiceNow domain.
Yeah, yeah. There is a huge demand because from the day I posted my resume, like almost I have attended so many interviews.
Yeah, and top of that, with the ITSM, they're asking for this ITOM,
Yes,
and other
yes.
things. Because
And does orchestration come under
yeah,
ITOM?
orchestration is a part of that, but we are not going to include it here. Okay, but there for that it requires a PowerShell scripting. If you know the PowerShell scripting basic, people, there will be a dedicated automation team will be there, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Say for example, what I said, that if you know the PowerShell scripting, what you can do, just take an example that some incident has come for any particular server. That okay, sir, that server is down. Okay, now what do you want to do? It that incident will be created and it will be assigned to that particular assignment group. Now if you want, in certain situation, you need to start that server, right? So by taking up approval, just instead of wasting a time, you can restart it from here itself. There are activities for that. Okay, that we can do it. I did not include it because of that PowerShell script. The people will not know and they will kind of get because of that one module, you know and there will
Yeah,
be,
yeah. I
yeah,
totally agree with that
correct,
because
yeah,
why they asked me this question, I was like totally blank.
yeah,
I told them that
uh-huh.
it helps in like distributing the softwares,
Yeah, that's
resetting.
correct, that's correct. Using
Yes,
orchestration you can update your softwares, right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you can.
Might be they are looking someone into like PowerShell
Yeah,
scripting.
PowerShell, and there will be a particular dedicated orchestration teams will be there, right?
Okay,
For
okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but for ServiceNow part, this much is enough in ITOM. If you know that how to install the mid server, what is the discovery, how to troubleshoot, what is the event management, if some issue has come, where to check, all these things are enough for the ITOM.
Yeah, yeah. Can you like? I just wanted focus on troubleshoot also. It's
Yeah,
especially
because when we will run the discovery,
almost all the interviews they ask me how to troubleshoot. Like the whenever you get some errors in
correct,
ITOM.
correct, correct, correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
When we will run the discovery, I'll explain you where to find and what kind of errors it will come. Okay.
yeah, sure, sure.
Mm. So if still we have time, guys, okay, because we started late. Don't feel like that. Okay, time is over. If you have any question, feel free. Okay, don't feel hesitate. I keep saying it. And during our course also, if you feel that okay, I'm going too fast, just stop me. And if you anytime you have question, don't feel hesitate. It's not like that I will say okay, no, no, this is what we will do it on next session. You can ask me in the first session the question of last session. I don't mind. Your top-down discovery and holistic
Hi.
discovery, it was from, it's a kind of completely from beginning to end. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, hi Vidit. Actually, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned about discovery, discovered item or something.
Mhm.
So is it some way related to vulnerability response VR module?
Vulnerability is, when you implement that security operations, that time GRC and vulnerability, all those things comes into the picture. Here, obviously, it is related. Once you don't have your infrastructure, see, all those things, GRC, security operations, all those things comes top of this item. If you don't have your infrastructure, for which you will check the vulnerability, right? Or your security operation, where you will find, and how
Yes.
exactly to which you will correlate, right? Where you will, for which configuration item or CI you will find the vulnerability, or any virus attack is there, or any HT file is infected, where you will find, right? For that you need to have your updated CMDB.
Yes, you're right.
But in this,
Actually, I was working on.
yeah,
Yeah, please proceed.
go ahead,
Sorry
go
to
ahead, go
interrupt.
ahead, Mukesh.
Actually, I was working on two of the stories for VR module.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I was finding it quite difficult for me as I don't have any expertise in VR module. I'm basically have knowledge about ITSM,
Uh-huh.
but still somehow with the help of the articles, knowledge articles, and with seniors help, I somehow able to manage those things. So I had that question like when you mentioned discovered item because the
Uh-huh.
things that I was doing was mainly the vulnerability and the discovered item and related things.
Yeah,
So that's why I
yeah.
asked.
Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Vidiji,
Yeah.
so what will be the like expectation from the interviewer? Like when we say that after completion of the course, we are entitled for 1 to 1.5 years, right?
At least a minimum 1 hour, 1 year experience you can
1 year.
show. But it completely depends. You first of all you need to focus it on it, and whatever at minimum, whatever we are doing it
Mhm.
here, that much you should be able to perform in your laptop. Because when I'm doing it, I will assume, because I'll make sure that all of you at least install the mid server with your PDI, and whatever
Mhm.
activities we will do it here, you should also do it. And not only after this course also, you should continue your discovery, your upload of
Mhm.
data and discovery and all other whatever we are performing here, right? Otherwise you will not, if you will not be in touch, it will be difficult for you to clear the interview. Somehow if you clear also, then kind of you will struggle after working. But once you will do this kind of practice, it will give you the confidence, and you don't have to ask anyone help, right? You can go and you can check it. Okay, this is the issue, credential issue is there, I need to go to the log, and when I need to see it there. Okay, whether I need to check the met server, or I need to check the log. Okay, in which table you
Mhm.
need to find, whether you need to go to the CMDB or CMDB computer, where I need to find, right? Whether I need to check into the import set or transform map or where exit. All these things you will know when you will complete it. But this is what it is expected. Okay, and most of
Thank
the
you.
people they do like that. Okay.
And hi. So I do have experience somewhere around service now, like 5.7. So I worked for different models like ITSM, HRSD, CSM, and FSM.
Mm.
But in item related area, worked in only discovery part of few of the flow design and stories
Mhm,
actually.
mhm.
So right now I'm in US. Can I project somewhere around 6 years of experience or 7 years of experience after completion of this course? Like
You
how do I
can
get?
no, you can show it, but the kind of
Mm-hmm,
questions they will ask you, if you'll show that much. Okay, once you will show that, okay, I have a 5 years of 6 years experience, right? Then
mm-hmm,
maybe if you are able to clear the interview also with that experience, they will
okay,
they will not ask you to configure the credentials or discovery schedule or all these things. You will be,
okay,
it completely depends. Okay, the way in which you showcase yourself. When I say I have a five
yeah,
years of 6 years experience, I should they will be just hiring me for the senior consultant for ITOM, right? Then in the first
mm-hmm,
call itself, they'll put me in with the client. They will say, okay, Rakesh Reddy is our senior consultant. Now you will have a kickoff call with your infrastructure team, and you need to guide your developers, or your whoever the people are working under you. You need to
mm-hmm,
able to deliver in that fashion. I'm quite sure day-to-day job or troubleshooting they will not ask you,
yeah,
but you
got
should be
it.
able to justify that. Simple as that. Whatever we are
Mm-hmm,
saying, that is the reason when we are saying that I know about the mid server, I should be able to tell at least what exactly the mid server is. If I am mentioning it in my resume, I know about the discovery schedule or the discovery phases. I should be able to explain them. Okay, what exactly the discovery is, what is the scanning phase, what is the classification, what is identification, and what is the exploration phase. That much is expected. Okay, so it is completely up to you.
mm-hmm,
So more the
okay,
experience, more the expectations.
Obviously.
got it. So yeah, why? Because in US, right, at least 9 plus or 10 plus years of experience, then only our resume get picked up.
Oh,
So that's the case. We need to showcase that we have this much of experience in different modules and all.
yeah.
And I've
So
seen many positions in item related area where majority people looking after the discovery and the orchestration part.
yeah. The discovery is a must nowadays, and many people from the
Yeah.
US in my previous this thing classes also they had joined for because of this only. They said everywhere they are looking for the ITOM. Without that, we are
Yeah.
not getting the calls.
Yeah.
Mm.
I hope after this session complete, maybe somewhat experience I can gain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely you will. But
Yeah.
ask
Thanks.
questions, okay? And when we are doing it,
For sure.
your expectation will be to you perform at least whatever we are doing it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm, okay. Anyone else has any question? No.
About the future growth of the ITOM developer one.
Oh man, it's a huge. Very few people are there for ITOM. I'll tell you. As I said, right, I'm getting suddenly, I don't know why, since last 2 3 months, the demand of this item resources in Middle East has increased. I don't know why. Okay, and they are saying, sir, they are just sending us to the Saudi and Abu Dhabi and Qatar and all these things. I said, yeah, uh, for that I'm just taking a separate classes. Some of the people, they are. We cannot imagine, the people are asking them the fees and all that by seeing that they were. No, no, can you just take a dedicated one? I said, that's okay.
So the vast, it looks like there is no going back.
No, because can someone tell me why the service now is that much popular? Why it is so popular? Because I remember it and before 2012. Yes, I can say that. Okay, before 2012, everywhere the BMC remedy was there, right? If the people who are the senior people, they will know all these things about the BMC remedy. That time we never even thought that okay, even service now kind of thing, because that time very small company was there that and people were not ready to adopt it. But the beauty of the service now is they have the connectors, they have the kind of inbuilt functionality to integrate with any system. You won't believe it, but there were more than 700 monitoring tools in the market. You just name it and they will have the connector for that. At least if they don't have a connector, they will provide the APIs. Okay, you can connect with that. That is the reason it is surviving and it is increasing like anything. You just see the share price of service now, and the way in which it has grown in last 2 3 years. uh,
Yeah, rapid growth I have seen from somewhere 2017-18, right?
yes,
Rapid growth,
yeah,
and
yeah, they
after
started hiring.
COVID, like and COVID, like much more projects and many more hirings.
And the thing is they are trying to implement everything over there in service. Who had thought that okay, they will be implementing financial management, field facility management, all these things, right? You just name it and they have accounting, payroll, everything is there, isn't it? In service now
All in
itself,
one.
accounting is there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And GRC is there, security operations are there. You just name it and they will have the module for that. And the good thing is for each and every different module, it is not like that if you are working on security operations, they will expect you to work on ITSM also. There for HRSD also there are huge demand is there, right? And the ITOM, you cannot imagine any requirement without the ITOM, ITSM and ITOM, right? That is kind of understood that if someone knows the ITSM, he should know the ITOM also, isn't it? Nowadays, in the requirement. So let's see.
The
Any
packages
like
are
after
good.
this
So
complete
viable.
session, like are you providing any interview questions or something like that?
See, in between whatever the topic comes, say for example, I'm talking about the mid server, right? I will tell you and I will tell you what kind of questions they might ask related to this, right? I don't have dedicated list of the question that gets changed at time to time. So whenever we will just discuss any topic, I can tell you that okay, this is their favorite question. Like say for example, we are starting the discussion about the mid server. They will definitely ask you what exactly the mid server is. Can we just discover DMG servers? Now you should know what exactly the DMG servers are, right? So this kind of question I can tell you what are the DMG servers and whether we can discover that or not, where we need to install it, right? How what is a public cloud, what is a private cloud, okay, and what is the physical data center, what is the virtual data center, all these things I will tell you, so that you will know in detail. It is not like the only limited to your day-to-day work, because they may ask questions from anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Just a rough date by when we will complete this with it, because we have like festival coming up. So just wanted
Sorry,
like
what is coming up? Oh,
Like,
Sakranti, huh?
yes, yeah, Sankranti.
Sankrant. No, see, I, it is
It's
like for
nothing,
us,
guys.
it is off only one day, that is on 14th. Okay, but
Okay.
we will, if you want, we will continue. I will start on Monday.
No, no. Even for me, it is fine. But
For everyone,
people.
whatever they says, okay, whatever you guys says, because
Okay.
see, we will start on Monday this week. Saturday, Sunday, we don't. Before I used to have, but most of the people from the US, they says no, we will have the weekend. So if you can just avoid Saturday, Sunday, that's the reason. US and Canada people, they says okay, if you can avoid that, that's the reason we are not taking Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so we will start on 13th, and 24th we should be able to complete, because ninth classes are there, and the last one is for upgrade process, because most of the time the students will, they will have the question how to upgrade from one version to another version, and what kind of steps we need to take. Okay, it's not like that straight away we will just go and update. What are the tables we need to exclude from cloning, and what is the cloning process, all this thing. But then there will be no practical, but it will be complete one, the last session. Okay, optional upgrade process. So I will tell you from the beginning how to start and how long it takes, and what kind of activities we do it in the upgrade process, because you cannot clone each and everything, right? If the people who were the part of this upgrade process, they will be knowing there are certain tables which we need to exclude from cloning, and there are certain things we need to take care, go no go call, whatever it is. Okay, so if you are fine with that, if you say no, no, we already did the upgrade, we don't need, then it's okay, we will do it in the Thursday itself. Okay.
Vidiji,
Hanji.
has anybody made jump from like another module like item?
From ITOM.
नहीं, हमारा कोर्स करने के बाद जो कुछ भी पर्सन से ना कोई शिफ्ट मारा है और एक
हाँ,
मॉड्यूल पे।
बहुत से हैं, वो सर और हम लोग डालते रहते हैं इस पे
हाँ
स्टेटस
जी।
में, स्टेटस में they will be sending a mail, they will be just, I can show you, so many are there, they will be in the my status
The
history.
kind of motivation, nothing much.
Yeah, they will be okay. And they will be, it is, first of all, we are just guiding them, we are just performing this course. Okay, it is their dedication and their hard work, it is not like that. Okay, but whenever they will have the kind of doubt or questions, definitely we help them, इसीलिए मोटिवेट रहते हैं। और अभी तक मेरी फर्स्ट क्लास से अभी तक लोग टच में है कि सर आई गॉट दिस मच, आई गॉट दिस मच, दिस इज वेयर आई एम वर्किंग, ऐसे ऐसे करके, all these things, that is okay, this is part of life, it's okay. And और यही तो
I think
चाहिए,
you
और क्या
forget
है,
this part.
all those things are different, लेकिन यही तो चाहिए ना, we are all working for the growth, obviously, isn't it, in our respective fields, isn't it?
जी, मैं मेरा जो एक भाई था 3 साल लगा था आइटम मॉड्यूल में, ही मेड अप टू 38 lakhs.
ITOM, as I said, okay, not only this thing, even 4 and 5 years of experience, people are getting 45, okay, 45 lakhs,
Oops.
okay. I'm talking about in India, not about Dubai and
Yeah,
USA,
yeah.
okay, in
I
India.
think someone no need to go outer countries also, US, UK, etc.
So it is, but obviously, little bit of dedication is required, right? At least you should know what exactly the mid server is, okay, how to install it, where to install it, okay. All these things you should know, basic things. If you say no, I don't know, then it will be kind of, or it is
But
not
वो
like that
जब
nobody is
भाइयों,
asking you to write any kind of a complex code here, right? Even the configuration is there.
yeah.
I hope I'm able to explain you, right? At least a little bit of dedication is required initially. And some people, if they are lucky enough in the first interview itself, they will be able to crack it, right? But some people from they will just attend 2, 3, 4 interviews also, and from there they will be able to get it. It completely depends. So now, if you still have any questions, guys, so the process is, let me just tell you. Uh, Now I'll be sharing you the detail, account details and all these things. Who will be paying? Please ping me separately so that I will create another group, and this link will not be available after today. So from Monday 8 to 9 p.m., a couple of people have already done that. Okay, so because they were in hurry, so I'll be including them into that confirm group. Okay, and I will be separately just sharing that link so that you can join it from the Monday 8 to 9. Okay.